Right, sweet. I think that's us back online, folks. So where we left off, we're switched up a little bit. Typically, you see a lot of web development happen over this channel. It's kind of my speciality or whatever. However, we're going to have to go a bit native, specifically for the iPhone. So we're doing a little bit of Swift development today. Inevitably, that leads over to a little bit of Objective-C. Those are the two main languages that you use to construct iPhone apps. This is still all built around Kynto, so that's the virtual world that you see up on screen here. What we're looking to do is to essentially set up screen capture. And to do that on an iPhone is actually quite difficult. So if you take a look at the HTML5 browser, for desktop specifically, we have Get User Media, which lets you pull everything from web cameras to screens. We want to bring that to iPhone because I want to get rid of the need for OBS for iPhone streams. So let's dig in. We're going to be taking a look at Replay Kit and pulling up Xcode today, which looks like this. So I have two apps built. I have the one built that actually embeds Kynto. Quickly boot that up. We're using iPhone simulator, all that good stuff. This actually does slow down my development environment a bit, so we're also going to work on that tonight. Moving more stuff off of Mac back onto Windows. Here you see Kynto in an iPhone application. And what we're actually looking to do, we cannot test in the simulator. We're looking to essentially do a screen capture here, like if I go ahead and share a screen like this. Right. So you might have seen my failed POV test about Kynto. Part of that reason is I'm using webrtc to make the camera available. And then we have a host computer that combines all that. But the goal is to get rid of the host computer, run the POV streams directly on the iPhone. And it's kind of a pain in the arse. AI is very useless when it comes to iPhone development. It's just pretty bad. So we're having to do this old school, which is my way of doing things, but iPhone development is a little bit painful, even though I'm quite a fan of swiftui. So I did go ahead and pull an example that's a little bit helpful for us. Can't pronounce it, is it? Yeah, I can't pronounce that, but this is the name of the framework we're using. And if we take a look at our targets, remember where they're at. Just a reminder, folks, the live chat's hooked up to the system, so everything I'm developing, even in the iPhone simulator over here, your messages show up right in here. So let's go ahead and activate that system. Because it's been quiet, I'm going to slow the poll duration so we don't run through our API keys. It's fast. If we get any engagement, I'll come back and decrease that. I'm going to go grab the Android as well a little bit because I want to show you the differences between developing for Android and iPhone. Android's a little looser with permissions, which we're going to benefit from tonight. And let me check the rest of our streams here. Come on, piece of shit. Oh. Don't do that. So we do have a camera here, so I can pop my iPhone up there when we're doing the actual on-device test. So that's good. Yeah. So this is the library that we're looking at working with tonight. The whole goal is to essentially run a native RTMP stream right from our mobile phone. And it's going to do essentially a screen capture on this. So we're pulling in our camera with HTML5, get user media. We're going to have to get a little funky with microphone input though, because we mute. If you share your camera and microphone on your local device, it's obviously muted for you, unmuted for other folks. So we're going to have to handle that in the native layer. So you can demonstrate screen recording on the simulator? I don't think so. It doesn't have to gesture. There's no control panel, so yeah, we're gonna have to do that on device. So what I'm trying to actually figure out right now is the way that iPhone handles screen record is it's built into the control panel, and if you click record screen, it gives you a list of applications by default. It goes into your photos, so it shows up in your gallery. We're trying to get an entry in there for Kynto, so it'd go into this, and then we push that stream out to Nginx, have our TMP server set up. It's not really optimized, so we have to also look at that. Super simple, 47 lines gives us that. And we can throw in a forwarder to push it out to YouTube, for example, or Twitch or Kick or whatever. Having a little bit of trouble though. It's probably partly because the device I'm running on, so we might move this off. Looking for the best settings for playlist length and fragment. Essentially, that's like a buffer. I'll show you in the test. It's definitely an ideal right now. All right, I have to plug my phone in. Not a fan of the iOS control panel. Never mind trying to develop for it. This will work. Alright, you just got to see it sideways. You get the idea though. So in iOS, if you pull this down, fuck's sake. You put it through it. All right, so you pull that down, you've got that little screen record button right there, a little circle. You have to long hold it, and then you get a list of applications that Replay Kit can send the screen capture to. Right now it defaults to photos. I've not figured out why my application is not shown there, and I'm kind of struggling with the doc, so if anyone has any input, I appreciate it. Let's go ahead and pop the Git repo and see. I was digging into the Git issues for the project, see if anyone else mentioned this. Spin. If a phone just had a bloody built-in ability to support like a capture card or something, I wouldn't have to do all this, but we don't have that ability. So you can see right here for the project, it shows you streaming the camera. What we want is screen capture. So if you come, if you look right here, it's mentioned it's supported through Replay Kit. I was able to confirm that we were able to push an RTMP stream from this though. So if I boot up the little example application, Xcode. All right. If I click start, pull up Safari, reload Nginx, eventually should pop up. Worst case, we got VLC as well. There we go. All right, so that is running an RTMP stream right from the phone. But the problem is we don't want the video camera because we're going to get that through HTML5. We want a screen capture application getting our avatars. So it's kind of where I'm at. This is the logic that's responsible for screen capture. But I've not figured out how to actually get this to run. I'm sitting here just hacking about with myself. May as well get on here, share the struggle. Nothing about building stuff is easy, and I'm not going to polish that off and pretend it is. Just kind of dig through it. Very little information. PayPal link. $50 per incident. As I mentioned, AI is useless for this, so I've been doing a lot of reading and Stack Overflow, mainly Reddit. People try to use this library. Forks, see if there's anyone specific to screencast. Interesting. This is a huge problem too with this library, and even iPhone development in general. There's massive breaking changes between each build, and it's just part and parcel of the way that, you know, it's a statically typed language for the most part. So definitely feel that over web development. This is what we're looking at, RTMP specifically. The nice thing is we get to do all that processing on the cell phone. Now, ideally, in a perfect world, I coded a React Native version of this. So how do I do this again? Which file is it? Yeah, right here. So it's just a little React Native wrapper for Kynto. Essentially goes in a web view, gives additional permissions, such as notifications. Ideally, we'd be able to do screen capture from this. Now, we can do that for Android. We don't have to drop into native at all. So what we're going to have is a React Native build for Android and a swiftui build for iOS. There's no reasons for me to drop straight into Java and what's the name of it? Android Studio for Android, if we could do everything we want with JavaScript. pull this down. This doesn't implement the streaming aspect, but this might let us test replay kit, which I've not been able to test on device yet. Let's see, how old is it? 3 years. Shite. Let's take a look at the code first. So the way Apple sets up replay kit, it's technically like a separate module extension that exists outside of swiftui. And you can have swiftui trigger it via some sort of delegated event. Let's see what I'm actually quite a fan of how Objective-C originally, which is based on Next and even Swift. It's not really functions, they're more messages. Kind of similar to how JavaScript handles methods. Like if you look at this, we have the it's not the knowledge coalition operator, optional chaining. So it doesn't matter if this method handler is defined or not, you can invoke it. That's something that took years for JavaScript to mature on. It's always kind of been set up like that, but you had to do crazy garden with, like, you know, if statements, check to see if that function actually exists before you call it. Most painful thing about iPhone development though is like you can mix like borderline 3 languages in one file. I was doing a lot of development on iPhone for the previous company I worked at, and specifically coming in there, moving them off a storyboard Objective-C to SwiftUI, and like there was filter functions written in C. Some C++ sprinkled in there. It's crazy. Most web developers don't have to deal with that nonsense unless you dive into WebAssembly. But then you have a assembly script, which is JavaScript-like. I wish I included this project here so we could actually run this with actually to. This is what I'm talking about though for the UI. You see how it puts in an app entry for replay kit to trigger. So we'll pull this project even though it's 4 years old. It's worth a shot. Let's run this on device. We don't have the capability to do any of this testing on a simulator, which obviously slows things down. Just pulling in broadcast writer. Let's take a look at targets here. So you can see there's a separate entry for the target for broadcast upload. It's using replay kit down here. You can see the project segmented. You have like the main application that exists up here. And then you have the extension code, which lives right here. Oh, it failed to build. Probably because we have to update our targets. Yeah. And we have to do that for both projects here. We'll run it. Still filming. I have to update a bundle identifier. It's already been used by this guy. Hello, can't pronounce your name, buddy. I appreciate the like if that came from you. Yeah, please feel to dive in. You got any questions or feedback or want to talk about what you're working on? Love hearing your projects. Communication failed. What the hell? Is that good? Looks like so. Yeah. And you'll spend a lot of time on this for just Xcode, iOS, and develop general. There's a lot of just tweaking about. And you have to do a lot of it in UI. Still failing over here. Ready's binary bundle. Identifiers, not prefix for the parent. For fuck's sake. What we might do is pull this over here. I do have a quick thing let's try with the code I already have. Lots stumbling about, folks. I'm not sure, like, for our replay kit extension, do we have to build that separately in the project to include it? And for you guys that are web developers, I do just want to mention, while this is built in, how similar React and Vue are to swiftui. I'll show you in a second. Okay. Let's take a look at this offline view, because most of my UI is done through React in general. But you have the concept of, you know, parent, children, stacks, all, it's pretty much Flexbox. It's just really similar. The way you bind state in swiftui and how it's literally reactive, similar to Vue React. So it's not impossible for you folks to pick it up and give that a go. Everyone, it's way easier than it used to be with Objective-C and Storyboard. I'm not even going to show you how bad that was. It fail as well, let's see. No, it's right. says it's running, but it's not. Okay, same problem here. Still not getting it to show up. Alright. Let's walk through with ChatGPT, see what it has to say. Interesting. It's embedded, so that's about the issue. Crazy, man. Xfiance's dad, who I was really cool with, he died recently, and asking, like, you know, about the funeral or whatever. It's been over a month. No funeral. Doesn't give me an option to embed with signing. What to make it at? Should move it in the edit. Oh shit. I can't re-add it, so I don't know. This is just keyboard operator edit. Like Xcode is just shitting out. Try bloody phone reboot at this point.
Pussy, stop.
Get. We'll put down this Xcode project as well, check it out, apparently. We're going out for this. Get rid of this Copilot shit. No. Get it worked for PSP though. you trigger this on self-lens? Leo, what is up, buddy? How are you? Just so you know, Leo, if you ask any questions or interact with chat anymore, you get an avatar on screen and it reads out your messages so everyone can hear you. Kind of allows for like conversations without looking at the screen, which is pretty sweet. As far as assist. Yeah, the joys of quickly software moves. All right. See, TypeScript is too much of an arsehole for me to use it unless I have to. I don't know how about that. Feel about that because I do this myself, you know, using the state to store non-serializable objects. Probably not the best practice when it comes to React. Okay. That's another thing. It doesn't matter if you're using React Native, swiftui, Java, or whatever. With mobile phone development, you're waiting a while. It's just the nature of the game. Usually it's good to have something else building. Thinking about it. Come on. All this to do something that's just built into desktop web browsers by default. Bloody drives me crazy. that's doing its nonsense. Let's commit some code that's sitting about here. Forgot to move that. Cannot find expo modules auto linking. Well, let's figure out how to add that. We're going to push this change out as well. Rebuild a production server. That way the AI mod isn't so aggressive. I do have UI control for it as well, but this kicks it down for a minute. I top around a lot because there's a lot in this project. As you can see, a lot on the screen. A lot of different targets, and if I don't, we're just sitting there waiting. Well, let's take a look where we're at over here. Valid profile. Beautiful, very good. That's what I like. Oh, for fuck's sake. What let's do with her? No, that's updated the station. no strict fucking TypeScript. Get to fuck right now. Continuing. I think this guy ejected. Sorry, what's Android folders? This is iOS. Sick. And you just watch, we could do the same thing on Android, and it's going to be better compared to this. Alright, let's clear out node modules. We'll do this again. Yeah. RM node modules. Pull up our package lock. Yeah. Interesting, it's pulling in webrtc. Shameful that most developers, I know, have never even mucked around with webrtc, never mind know what it is. Prove me wrong. Okay. Get expo run iOS default patch. I'm gonna abandon this project. Let's put the time limit on it. Abdur, how are you? All is well, Abdur. So, I was talking about this project is composed of a lot of stuff. I'm going to trigger a Jenkins build pipeline for our everything. I run as much of the infrastructure as I can in-house, and then just deploy it to like Amazon or Azure services. As far as all build pipelines, Git, all that stuff, right behind the camera, I have a home server. Try to actually find a data center to park it in. I want a ridiculous amount of money. It's not like a thin rack server, it's probably equivalent to 4 rack servers. It's an absolute beast of a server. Once you get all this crap figured out, we'll be setting up a little NAS and a virtual machine in it, because that's like 12 hard drive bays. So as I record and code here, I produce a shit ton of videos. Need somewhere safe to put it on. Right, it's building. This was a complete failure of an experiment. Back to GitHub. Shame it doesn't work. I like that he's focused on webrtc a little bit, 2 webrtc projects. Pretty sweet. So there's some actual instructions. This looks like it's for like a paid project that explains the broadcast extension for Xcode, so that's good. Absolute beauty. Hey, got it showing up. Let's see what happens. It's not uploading even though it says it is. Come on. To get that working, all I had to do was ensure that replay kit was embedded and signed, and then it showed it. But hold on, is that the wrong project? Jesus Christ, it won't stop. Okay, so I had to reboot my entire phone in order to get it. So I was sitting there for hours trying to debug this. That's infuriating. Now we just need an actual RTMP stream to be populated here and then we can move forward. Let's see. That debugger won't give us anything useful. It's giving us something. Let's see. Let's see, come on. Error. If we have to reboot the phone every time we make a change here, that's just, I don't know what to say. Let's rename it. Appreciate that additional like.
Snappo says thank you for helping bring on more avatars. 3 likes now.
Yes, we go. The question is, how do we restart Springboard without restarting the phone? Yeah, so I had to reboot my phone again to get it to pick up my broadcasting changes. Very nice. Is it broadcasting? Is the real question. Yeah. It says it is, but we are not seeing a stream come through. And it's kind of annoying. You have to set up your own infrastructure to test everything. I suppose it makes it harder for someone else to come in and replicate all this, but total blind development. Let's see if bumping our version will make a difference. Should have built. Shit. And of course, my dog just appears. That's very good. How do we clear out our logs in Xcode?
Goblin Gang says yo.
What is up, Goblin Gang? How you doing, buddy?
What you doing?
Oh boy. So I'm trying. I don't know if you can see that. I'm trying to build native iPhone streaming of this avatar chat I've done right into the iPhone to get rid of the need for OBS. Man, is it painful. What about you? Are you working on any projects?
Not really.
What's up with that? Do you want to work on something, or are you just not feeling it right now?
I'm just, what can you do on PlayStation?
Oh, the PlayStation right here? Let me show you. So this thing has 2 megabytes of RAM. I'll have to restart. So. Wrong project. connect. Oh, already out of RAM. Let's go to a smaller room.
It's very small. Can you put it on horizontal screen?
If you look me up on Twitch, you can see my entire screen. So it's the same username. The reason why I have to do this screen on YouTube is no one will discover me on horizontal, unfortunately. I tried. Okay, I need a smaller room. What the hell? Let me go on.
I can put you on top of recommendation.
What do you mean? I appreciate the support. Just by chatting, liking and subscribing, that helps too. Like if I got a couple of people that would come on the horizontal streams on YouTube, I'd do them all day long, but YouTube just doesn't send anyone over. It's not for lack of doing cool stuff, so it's one of those things. I need to revert some changes to show you this though. Yeah, but for anyone listening on YouTube, if you look up Codeloch, Codeloch on Twitch or Kick, you can see everything. All right. So we're just going to go to a really simple room because there's 2 megabytes of RAM on the PSP. And I can't tell you how little of RAM that is. It's obscene. And it was quite a challenge even to get this much working. But I did get YouTube and hooked up to this. So here we go. It's up. Let me go ahead and enable YouTube so Mr. Goblin can see his messages. Did we just run out of memory again? Alright, we did. Let me remove some items from the room. Hopefully you see what I'm saying, like, the PSP was not easy. But compared to the bloody iPhone...
BTW text-to-speech is missing half the comments.
Yeah, that's because of the AI mod. So let me pull up the chat and I'll see what you're saying. To keep the chat clean and not get banned on YouTube, I have an aggressive AI mod implementation. If we restart the server though, I did tone it down a bit so it should let more messages through. Might be worth doing it. Come on, connect, you piece of shit. Okay. Alright. Let's run this on local. So I'm going to connect to YouTube on my local environment here. You can see it pop up on the PSP, fuck's sake. Everything tonight is just a joke, but more items. This is why I still go live anyway when it, like, you know, everything's going wrong and it's just a slug to develop anything. I think it's helpful for people to see that, especially getting into coding.
I can bot the stream for 10 minutes to get you on top of recommendation.
Ooh, that sounds bad. I might get in trouble for that, buddy. But I appreciate you. I think just telling people that might be interested is a big help. I appreciate it. I don't want to get fucking banned, man.
It won't get you in trouble, I promise.
Oh, no.
Otherwise people would pay me to ban others.
Yeah, my brother actually said that to my ex-fiance who streams because she was streaming me without my permission, and that didn't go down well. I just try to hang out, and if you know, people come and chat, that's awesome. That's basically where I'm at. I have to shrink this room smaller so I can show you the PSP working. That's how much little memory we have. Every tile takes up a couple of kilobytes, whatever it adds up. Alright, now can we load it? There's definitely a bit of madness involved for half this shite to develop. Alright, let's see if this works. So we're on localhost. Click start, see what happens. There we go. So I was pulling in everyone that's chatted thus far. So Mr. Goblin, if you send additional messages, you should be able to see it. You might have to type move down a couple of times to get away from whatever avatars though. Alright, let's take a look at the comments though. Is it a jailbroke your PSP? I think it is. But this is just running in the PSP web browser. So I got into coding when I was about 11 years old, and this was one of the only things I had to code for. So I thought it'd be cool to come full circle and build for it again. The cool thing is if I like move around up here, it does move around on the PSP. It's just like old school. I'm curious if I coded clothing. I don't think I did. I think everyone's the same. If you type wardrobe in the chat, you'll see on the stream it gives you a different character. It's actually a terrible room for that. I don't really see any. Yeah, let's go to a different room here. Oh shit, YouTube timed out. We'll go down to this room. Activate chat in here as well. And for some reason, everyone spawned off screen. I want to know how people get trophies on PlayStation. I didn't know that the PSP had trophies. It's crazy. I remember that PS3 had it. How does this work? Andreas, give me a second and I'll show you. Which part? There's a lot to it. Let me find a better room to do the stream test in. Not that one. Let me get text to speech back up. All right, we'll just use this one for text to speech. I have to change on the stream computer too. Andreas, you are on the PSP. It's awesome. Thank you for your support, brother. Appreciate you. And give me a second. We'll be able to hear you as well and see you up here. Let me go ahead, turn this on. Yeah, I'm happy to show you I coded it too, so come over here and activate it.
Yo, there's me.
There you go. So you can also hear you as well. Yeah, it's awesome when people come on and get to really see it and work. Goblin Gang, it was awesome meeting you too, buddy. I hope I see you around again. And guys, if you like what you see here or want to see more people come on, just tell YouTube by clicking like, chatting with us, or subscribing. And there's chat commands to control your avatar. You'll see it on PSP and on the screen up here. And we can code any new ones, so if you guys got ideas for mini games or stuff you'd like to see coded, we could do that. Otherwise, you're going to see me suffer trying to build some iPhone functionality. I think I'm going to restart the server real quick just to tone down the AI mode so more chat messages can get through. That's just a little bit protective. So we rebuilt the server already, so I'm going to quickly restart it. You asked me for that, what's it doing? Alright, quick server reboot, I think. The screen of death. But the PSP is still up, so we just won't hear any messages, but you'll still see them pop up on this because this is running on local. The cool thing is, like, we never have anyone chat and kick or Twitch, but I coded it, so anyone that does message, they join us, like, in the stream. We can hear them, we can see them, and they all show up in the same room. But, yeah, man, try to get discoverability for coding shit like this. It's kind of difficult, but I'm already doing this anyway, so that's why I'm just like, fuck it, because I'll just sit on live. Alright, we're back up, so let's reload our environment. We can build custom rooms, so if you actually go on the web app, you can build rooms and shit, and you can use those for streams. Okay, that's all up, so now I just need to activate the chat again. And all this functionality you're seeing, man, is just years of development on one project that's like just continued to build. All right.
There's me.
So AI mod should be a little bit less aggressive. It's still aggressive, but hopefully we get more chats. And I have YouTube pretty aggressively filtering out comments too, so there's 2 layers of AI mod, just because of the type of stream I'm doing. But most of the people who come on have been chill. I even had one offer to block the stream in a nice way, but we can't have that. I do have to update my resume. I've been procrastinating on that, folks. I need a new job. Currently on severance right now. To be honest, I'm enjoying the time off. In America, they work you to the bone. And when you start a new company, you get like 10 days off a year. That's it. But the side effects is, you know, you can buy a house and get land and stuff, so part of the dream still exists. It's just harder now. Alright, where are we at, folks? No chats, so get back to what I was doing. Fair enough. Now you can see the local server here. It's rendering the PSP version using server-side canvas rendering. I did want to do it all through the DOM, but due to memory limitations and lack of ability to create elements dynamically, just wasn't able to do it. So this is what I settled on, and it works.
Snappo says 1 new subscriber.
Big man sub. Scan. Might get myself a wee nightcap. Alright, none of these examples for the screen recorder are working. We hit mini dead ends, try to do it with React Native. So that's why we're trying to drop into the native layer. And it's infuriating. I've had girlfriends in the past and they're like, man, like you don't react when I get mad or whatever. It's like, this is what I do for a bloody job and fun, man. I know how to suffer. Interesting. Are we doing it on battery? Ooh, our receiver's almost out of battery. So I'm gonna get a nightcap and find a cable to plug in a receiver. But we'll keep this going for a bit, man. It's always a party. Alright, we're gonna quickly switch out the battery in this camera.
Must be witnessed in order to
I think this will set up for a wee bit more. Oh, hello buddy, how are you? Hope you're doing good. Wherever you're at in the world, bud. I'm curious, Paul, do you hear any background music? Our goal tonight is to get 1,000 views on this little iOS dev stream. I really hate how this is separated out. I have no choice. It's got a camera from my keyboard in front of the screen makes it impossible to read these debug messages. That's smart. Client is not entitled. Okay. This is total nonsense. Appreciate that additional like.
Boom. Like number 5. You're helping this project grow.
That is 2. Okay, why it's not letting us bed with signing. Any iPhone masters in the chat? Appreciate that like, buddy, whoever you are. So The phone camera just fine, but we want the screencast. This is why I have on my feet at all times. Off he goes. Get stained cockpit. Says it's broadcasting. I really don't like to debug this though. Let's build the Mac project, see if we get any stuff with that. Let's screen capture. That work on that. Try another phone reboot. And it totally wiped out my entry. Guys, what is going on? Unload it. Right, one more phone reboot. Bloody hell. There is a way to send commands directly to the iPhone, but I'm not too sure how to do that. Right, so that's how you clear it. Nothing in our bloody longer. Lovely. Since there's another way to attach a logger without going through sockets. Alright, don't even let me select the bloody field. Okay, so here's our extension. Absolutely nothing useful coming from it. And should succeed. What in the hell, man?
Demi the kid says hi, I just joined in, what are you doing? Looks cool.
Appreciate you, buddy. How are you doing? Right now I'm suffering. Trying to do some stuff on the iPhone for the whole avatar chat I've built. I appreciate the question. So basically, I can take my phone about and bring the avatars along with me and do a stream, right? But the performance is really bad. So I'm trying to do some native iPhone stuff to make it a little bit easier. But I'm not having much luck tonight. What about you? What are you working on? As you can see, I code a lot of stuff with what I've built here. It's easier getting it working on this bloody thing. I have a hard time giving up on things too, so I just kind of let it affect me till I figure it out. Where is that one?
I recently got into the back-end development. I preferred system development though, just like Taras David. But you see, in this era you can only get web dev job.
Oh man, we're in interesting times. Yeah, I actually just got laid off from my job. I have 20 years experience, full stack, app development, heavy web stuff. How long have you been coding for? Places are still hiring, but the company I was working at did a shit job. Did you go to school for it, or are you teaching yourself? Oh, I'm about to lose the microphone. Let me go switch out the mic here. Alright, should be back in business, folks. At least the PSP's working, no memory errors, even with all these chatters. So you can see everyone, this is all the people that have been interacting with the stream tonight. But it's cool, it's just a part of the background of the stream now. Alright, so Demi, the kid said, sorry about that, I've been coding since about 2021. I did a computer science diploma. What they did not teach me is programming there because of the place I live in Nigeria. Hey man, that's cool though. You gotta make your own success in this world. And I didn't go to school for computer science or programming. I learned as a kid when I first moved to America. We were quite poor, as you could probably imagine. And
I learned programming before I even started the computer science diploma.
well, that's right on. Yeah, you're already ahead of the game then. Yeah. It's amazing what you can do with a computer and some internet access, right? Make sure you subscribe if you're interested in seeing my job journey in America. Had a couple of recruiters reach out.
Be honest, do you think I will take the dev jobs?
It's a great question. So there's two parts to that. There's the people that are in charge of developers. It's what they think. It's not so much what the AI actually does. I can tell you, at least for native iPhone development, AI is useless. Really bad. For web development, AI is incredibly effective, but I think it's most effective for people who already know how to program. But the problem is, it's the people that make the decisions. You know, they see AI spit out some code and they're like, oh, we can just, you know, fire programmers now. I think that's going to continue to happen. I do think that layoffs will continue. But like I said, that the AI is only really useful to people that know how to code in the first place and know how to build systems. But try telling the people that make the decisions that. It's a great question though. And in all my years of coding, there's nothing I can compare this to. Like, I do see tech being devalued and workers worldwide just get paid less money to do it. You know, it's a hard job. Coding isn't easy. You're responsible for a lot of stuff. When it goes wrong, it's on us. What I really worry about, Demi the Kid, is not folks like us who learned how to code ourselves, but the people that coming into coding now that couldn't code if you turned the bloody AI off. You know, ask them to create like a React project or deploy a microservice to AWS for a back-end call. I don't know if they can do it. What I'm really waiting on is the first AI outage, you know? What I'm seeing in America though is just a lot of outsourcing. Yeah, it's always been a thing. When I got into coding, it was probably like around the height of like the outsource craze. But now you have, you know, you're outsourcing countries, like maybe India, whatever. Worked with fantastic programmers over there. Good friends with a lot of them. But hold on.
I don't really like web dev. I'm just doing that because you can quickly. What do you think?
So you say, I don't really like web dev, I'm just doing that because you can quickly get a job with that. I preferred more system stuff. What do you think? Hey, I understand. And you could definitely use that as a stepping stone.
Because I have not seen a system programming course or so.
So when you say like system programming, like you're not talking about like coding for like physical hardware, right? You're talking about like coding, like back-end infrastructure, like not touching any front-end stuff, or what do you mean by systems programming? Okay, you are talking about legit systems programming. I have a friend that works for NVIDIA. He codes drivers for GPUs, which is an awesome job. Awesome. Coincidentally, they're one of the biggest drivers behind AI in the first place, because that's what all their...
No like operating systems, drivers, etc. compilers.
Well, that's awesome, man. Let me ask you, do you have any like open source projects or any personal projects that you work in that space right now? Because when I was on hiring teams for different resources, obviously, the one thing I always asked about was personal projects, because you got a really good understanding of their capabilities when you can see what they can do by themselves. I assume you're talking like C++, C and stuff. I want to make this a drop down of this. Let's see if we can do this somehow. Okay, just want to grab that. Pass in as a child.
Not really cold sweat smile, but I will soon be getting into open source projects when I finish learning backend, because like I said, I need to do that to get at least a job.
100%. Well, I think you're going to do very well, bud. Honestly, I talk to a lot of people that get into coding or been coding
What
for a
is your
while.
advice on starting open source project like joining one?
My biggest advice is to find some, like, you want to work on something that you're interested in first off, because if you're interested, nothing will stop you from getting code up there. I'm trying to think of an example of where I would want to do that. Systems. Let's see, does this work? Ooh, that works. I mean, naturally, I think Linux would be a good choice for everybody because there's always a need for drivers over there. And like I've got a webcam here that's pointed at my keyboard, and using a little UI, you can, make it move around to move the gimbal. And Linux doesn't have any support to control that. So that'd be an example of something I'd probably target on Linux, because you'd have to literally implement a driver for it. Also little robots and stuff. That's just me. I actually haven't contributed a lot to open source myself, and I have 20 years in this, but I have a GitHub. I share what I code on YouTube. Just kind of do it that way. When I got my first high-paying jobs in the industry, it was projects like this that I showed, and even if they didn't understand why I was coding what I was coding, they could see how excited I was telling them about it. And nothing makes a tech person or a hiring manager want to hire you than see you just excited to do what you do, excited to talk about it. Like, it does, a little bit of charisma comes out of that, you know what I mean? Like, they don't always pay attention to the code, it's just how you talk about it. Now, even when I talk about it now, I get excited, it lights my face up. And that's literally what I'm talking about. Alright, we want to align this up there. Yeah. Do an inline block there, but the alignment's still off. Just be adding some padding and margin.
Please can you explain to me what you are doing in details, because it looks like HTML, CSS and like game dev, but also I heard you mention Android dev.
Oh yeah. It's going to take a minute for me to formulate my thoughts, but I will do my best. Alright, first thing. Let's start this up on the simulator. Oh, this is the wrong project. Hold on. To stream. Here we go. Okay. So, yeah, my focus is web development, right? But I kind of build apps in an interesting way. Like a hybrid approach to app development. So I do as much as I can within web views, but there's certain functionality and features that are not available in the web browser, specifically on mobile devices, like sharing screen, right? So one of the things this supports already is I've basically coded my own platform here that makes my streams possible. That's how you see all my cameras. They're all wireless, done from my own little system, my own little technology. It's how I share my code screen so you can see what I'm coding. Oh, look at that. And you can see I can share from the iPhone simulator, like I can share a video and it shows up literally on the stream here. So I've kind of built like a stream technology that can exist inside of YouTube that lets you wirelessly use cameras and stuff without using OBS. So I'm trying to take this a step further, is have it all self-contained on the phone, so I could just go out there, go live on YouTube and like show you guys Florida or whatever, but still have avatars part of the chat. I can hear you through the text-to-speech system. So kind of just building my own streaming platform where people that watch the stream are part of it. So that's kind of like the goal of it. But it requires me doing, you know, iPhone development when I understand what the hell I'm doing. And there's a lot of systems involved. So if you look at this as well, it's not just using like React for, you know, the user interface is coded in React, but this whole game layer is coded in Canvas and WebGL. So
Noob Thecking says, hi bro, today is sad day for me.
Noob the King, I'm very sorry to hear that. You can let us know why if you like. So Demi the Kid, I hope that gives you some idea of what I'm trying to do here. I want to make it possible to do live streams, and you could use any phone, any computer as a video source. Now, obviously, I don't make a penny doing any of this stuff. This is literally just for the fun of it. I'm very bad when it comes to monetizing my own stuff. Noob the King, you're leaving us hanging, bud. Oh no. So Noob the King has lost multiple pets. I'm very sorry to hear that. That's not good, man. Sorry. And when it rains, it pours. My dog's getting very old now, so I know it's a matter of time for her.
Cool man, I understand. Got to go now. I just subscribed, can't wait to see more of your vid. Live thanks, thumbs up, medium skin tone.
Demi the Kid, I very much appreciate chatting with you tonight, and thank you for the support, buddy.
And the online sad s asterisk 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 ISUE like bro.
But yeah, take it easy, Demi the Kid, and keep me updated on how you're doing. Also, there's a Discord in the YouTube profile if you ever want to join that. Cheers, buddy. Noob the King and the online sad skill issue. What do you mean?
OFC, I wanna join, I will check that. Bye.
Bye-bye, buddy. Thank you. Well, folks, that's why I hit live and just share what I'm working on, because every so often just have a cool conversation. The person could be the other side of the world.
Yeah, still be strong as ever, never back down, never what?
Never gonna give you up, Noob King. No, you gotta be strong, bud. Easier said than done, though, isn't it? Got to work on the pitch for my project over here, folks.
Bro, you so nice. I will sub this video and like.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Now, one thing I've came to understand is everybody's dealing with something that's not good, you know what I mean?
Have good day.
Yeah, you too, Noob the King. Hopefully your week goes better, bud. Hmm. Don't do inline styles. Never do it. Oh, it's bloody margin. For fuck's sake. If I was to do this all over again, I'd just straight to Tailwind. Screw React Bootstrap. That's terrible.
I did at Ty, says Lua.
Hello. No Lua over here. JavaScript and React. I'm trying to think last time I did Lua. There used to be a project called San
Which
Andreas.
programming language is this?
San Andreas multiplayer SAMP, and that I did Lua there. This is JavaScript. This is React we're looking at. Technically, it's JSX. Appreciate the question. Yeah, this whole stream, everything you see has been coded for the most part in JavaScript. Everything from cameras to screen sharing, the text to speech, all done in JavaScript. Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you. Do you do any coding yourself with Lua?
Ash says React is cool.
Appreciate you. I was gonna call you React. I agree, Ash.
YYYD says, what are you building?
Welcome. So the system that you are talking to me through, it's the main thing that I code here. Appreciate the question.
I am learning Lua.
This is insane.
I hope that's good. It is a little bit mad though. Give me a second. We have it also working on PSP. See if we can get that back.
Move left.
So I think you you jumped. I think you have to just type without the exclamation mark. That's my fault. You can also type wardrobe to change your coding. Oh no, I just crashed it. Oh no. Alright, let's restart. Shit. Welcome to live development, guys. Oh, I should have looked at the logs first to see why it crashed. Oh no, we ran out of space on the device. The servers ran out of space, guys. Interesting. Okay. Oops. It's been a while since I had to deal with this one. Ash, you're bang on. And as for make it, so Ash said live development is walking tightrope between something working and something not. Yes, consequences are quite large. So I'll clear out some space here. And the other guy said make it 3D. Eventually, 3JS is something we'll explore. Okay, so I need to clear out all my builds probably. That's what's taking up all my space here. Usually it's pretty smooth to bring it back up online, but this time it isn't. Let's just delete a couple of things. You know what I think it is? It's our Docker logs. I don't remember how to clear those out. I'm looking for some help with the art. That would be awesome. I don't have a big folder with all the builds, but that might not be on here. Oh, we've got enough space to at least bring it back up online while I figure it out, so I suppose we'll go ahead and do that. And then you guys will get to see me struggle as I try to figure out to clear Docker's logs. That's how it works though. As soon as we have a bunch of people come on and like, you know, play the system, that's when it goes wrong, right? Oh boy. I really hate the streams without the chat system, and it feels weird. But give me a minute here. Sometimes if you run out of too much space on the server, it'll completely lock it up. And we'll have to do like system rescue. Not fun. Okay, that's taking too long. Always scary to do this. Okay. We should have enough to bring it back up, but I don't know, it might still complain. Oh, scary Larry. Okay, compose up the... Is it fixed? Almost. You'll get to see it. There's going to be a ton of messages appear on screen once it comes back up. And Rohan, yes, making a game. It's actually more of a stream overlay as well. Because it supports like wireless cameras and stuff, all sorts of crazy stuff. I could give you a demo when it comes back up. Come on, please build. This is what I'm worried about, our database right here. Usually takes about a minute to restart it all. Come on. Okay, it says it's up. Cross your fingers. Hallelujah. All right, now we need to connect YouTube back up. Let's go ahead and do that. You asked, I can't pronounce, I don't know if you got a really interesting username, but you asked, can you give me tips on coding? Absolutely, any way I can help. Let me get this up so we can talk. Oh, it crashed again. All right, let's actually see why it's crashing. We might have to do a hot fix here. Docker PSA. So two things happened. Ran it. Yeah, you can jump too. Yes. Docker logs. Cannot read properties. All right, we're gonna have to do a quick code fix, guys. So the first step in coding is don't give up, because things will go wrong. That's like the biggest thing. And it's a messy process. You're gonna stumble around a lot. If you're on live like everyone, you get to see that. Okay, so right in here's the problem. 131. Okay, so this is the offending line. Or different to avatar. So that was my fault. I did the wardrobe command without first spawning an avatar. So hopefully this is enough to push the code to fix it. What do I think about AI? Oh, it's a mixed bag for me. I think it definitely helps, but I'm not a fan of all the layoffs. A big part of that's just the economy in America. Like, I actually got laid off last week. Alright, building now. Have my own little build pipeline to make code changes and push them out. And hopefully this gets us up. If not, you might see me do another code fix. Another code tip is have a personal project that you want to build. It'll help you get jobs, and you just get to flex your skills and be more knowledgeable. Add an admin to abuse the game in events. What do you mean? So this is what I'm waiting for, literally a progress bar. It's deploying the code. And I think my stream computer's running out of space as well. So let's stop the recording. things take up a lot of hard drive space. I suffer with it on doing the streaming and my coding on the server. Yeah, almost out of space and everything. It's crazy. Okay. Let's bring this back up because I can't leave it off. Man, a lot of people make a lot of money coding for roadblocks, which is pretty. We'll try. It was actually me that broke it. I typed in wardrobe and what's going on? Okay, so we're back up again, almost. Another thing to know is Murphy's Law. It will get you. Oh, I did this to myself. Make sure you're subscribed though, so when you see me come on another time, you get to see everything work very nicely. Oh, this is gross. What am I doing here? Ew. What the hell was I thinking? Oh my goodness. Alright, escape hatch. Basically that lets me call a method even if it doesn't exist and it shouldn't crash, but this won't work properly, but it's fine. Did we lose the stream, guys? Am I still on? Okay, appreciate you, Ash. Thank you. I'm kind of determined to have this all solid before I go anywhere. Need death animations to disconnect. I do. That's funny. Let me see if I can hide this on my streams because there is a blue screen of death. You just can't see it because it's obstructed. Give me a second here. You see that? It's literally a blue screen of death. We'll leave that up for a second. That's how I feel internally. Yeah, I could have all the avatars like fall down, like lie, as if they're dead. And I'm hoping one day we get a pixel artist that comes on the stream and is like, oh my god, how can I help? Can I do cool characters? And then everyone would cheer. Come on. When I was first coding the YouTube integration, it was really bad because I'd get banned from YouTube for 24 hours because I used the API too much. And it was really distressing. So this is actually the first time it's mucked up in probably about a month. But we've had a good stream tonight. I had a bunch of people come in, a lot of people chat. Okay, come on, bud. Taking your time. Okay, is it done? Oh no! Oh, you know what it is? I didn't build my changes. All right. I was pushing changes, and if I don't build them, it won't pick them up. It'll just use the cached version. But this is what half of programming is. It's just literally sitting there waiting and try not to get too distracted to like go F off and watch TV or something. Appreciate the follow, Ash. I'm building something similar in Unity. Very cool. Can you tell me a wee bit about the project? The cool thing is the way what I've coded here. Like say you wanted to like share something on stream one day, you could share your screen, and like actually demo it and stuff.
Look, there's
I'm just
me.
wandering around.
There we go. So we mucked about for 10 minutes, too long. We didn't need all that, but we are back up. So now I'll be able to show you it in the PSP as well. Yeah, so every avatar you see on screen is a unique person that's chatted tonight, which is really, really cool. And I notice it comes in waves, like, you know, I could spend an hour or two on here and no one talks. And then people start asking, like, what's up? And then it just builds on each other. Alright, when this connects, the PSP should just come online. Let's see if, oh, not in this room, no, that's bad. Good. I have to do a tiny room for the PSP because it runs out of memory. I have to restart all my cameras, what the hell? It's crazy how finicky all this stuff is. It's so finicky. There we go. It's finally connecting. Weird, it's not even showing me a live screen. Oh my goodness. Alright, we're putting the PSP down. Bloody hell. Alright folks, I'm gonna get some telly time in. Well, this was fun though. I should be back, probably during the day. And got a lot of time to stream it now. So make sure you're subscribed. We should save these YouTube API tokens for when it's actually banging in here. So, as usual, when I shut this down, you'll see all the chatters disappear that interacted tonight. Like so. And I go up here and literally disable the stream.